Hi everyone, happy Monday. Welcome back to another episode of Casual Compliance and Coffee. Mine's almost gone, so I'm gonna have to get another one here shortly. But anyways, today I want to switch lanes a little bit and talk about the destruction of controlled substances, which is a bit of at times, a confusing topic for some folks, I've noticed. And I specifically want to talk about chemical digestion and the use of chemical digestion substances and activated charcoal to render a controlled drug non-retrievable. So that brings me to my first point. If you are performing destruction of controlled substances on site, per 21 CFR 1317.90C, I believe, the means that you are using to perform that destruction must render the controlled substance non-retrievable. So many years ago, when I started my law enforcement career out, people were putting controlled substances down the sink and doing these different things, and one, it's not environmentally friendly, but two, it's not rendering the controlled substance irretrievable or non-retrievable. So it's very important that you make sure you're using a means that complies with the federal regulation and makes that substance non-retrievable. Another thing that's important to remember if you're performing any sort of controlled substance destruction as a registrant is that you maintain the record of that destruction for no less than 2 years per DEA regulations. So when you destroy a controlled substance, you fill out what's called a DEA Form 41. And this involves two people. One, the person performing the destruction, and second, the witness that is watching the destruction occur. And this really by design is set up to have kind of a system of accountability to prevent drug diversion. So once the controlled drug is destroyed, both individuals sign the DEA Form 41, and then that's maintained on site for a period of no less than 2 years. Now, the reason I say per DEA regulations is that it is very important that you make sure your state doesn't have a requirement to maintain the DEA Form 41 on site for more than 2 years. Certain states, like Ohio, for example, requires registrants or controlled substance licensees with the state to maintain that record for a period of 3 years. And there are other states that require 3 years as well. So the substance used must render the drug non-retrievable. You must keep the DEA Form 41 records for no less than 2 years on site in a readily retrievable area for inspection. And then last but not least, if you are in a certain states, I know that California, Oregon, and Washington, for example, require incineration as the final means of controlled substance disposal. So if you are in one of those states, it's imperative that you ensure, even if you're performing destruction on site via chemical digestion, that ultimately the controlled substance is destroyed via incineration to be compliant with your state. And in order to do so, typically you'll work through like a mail-back program, and it will be shipped in either the pouch or the container that you performed the initial destruction to the incinerator, and then they can provide you with a certificate of destruction for those substances. And you're going to want to keep that on site just in case the state has any questions about, did you actually perform incineration? And you can always keep that with the DEA Form 41. That way you've kind of covered all your bases. Anyways, I hope this information is helpful for you, and I hope you stay tuned for more. Please like and subscribe if you find the information helpful. Thank you.